is now on the balcony. He is Cardinal Robert Prevost of Chicago. He is taking the name of Pope Leo XIV. This is truly a historic moment. The first North American Pope. He was born in Chicago, Illinois in 1955, and he joined the Order of St. Augustine, spent many years serving in Peru as a missionary, a priest, and a bishop. Gee, I know you have some thoughts on this as we wait for him to speak. He right now is waving at the crowd at the Vatican City. This is a surprise to everybody.
Can you say Shy City? He's from the Go. He's from Chicago. There's a possibility that the new Pope, Pope Leo, has eaten at Portillo's, Harold's Chicken, Lim's Barbecue, Gino's East, Giordano's, and everywhere. There's a good chance he's been to Capri's Pizza. He knows that thin crust in Chicago is actually better than deep dish. This is good news, and I don't know, I'll save it for later, but I want to tell you why this is going to be good news for the Catholic Church, especially here in the United States.
This is a name that a lot of you have never heard before. Cardinal Robert Prevost of Chicago. He holds degrees in mathematics, divinity, and canon law. He is seen as a reformer in the mold of Pope Francis. Again, he is waving to the wildly cheering crowd at Vatican City right now. You heard, and oh my gosh, you heard the CBS News.
We needed a win.
It's kind of emotional at the moment.
The country needed a win. The country needed the world to see that the United States of America is still a winning place. Because, as you all know, lately it hasn't. But anyways, the fact that the Pope is from right here, Midwest Chicago, the United States, I think this is incredible. I actually feel so much pride. I loved a lot of the things that he was saying. There were a lot of words, a lot of things said, like he brought up humanity, and he talked about that. He talked about how now more than ever before is the opportunity to build bridges. He talks about that. He also brings up the fact that God loves everyone and welcomes everyone. So there's a lot of excitement that I have right now initially is because of a couple things. Here in the United States, attendance in the Catholic Church has been not slowly ticking away. It has been drowning. It has been it has been bad in the dumps. So one, I am excited because this could potentially bring folks back to the Catholic Church. That's if you are Catholic. I'm not trying to, say if you're a believer or not. But if you're in the Catholic Church and you're somebody that has not gone away, or you have gone away, this is an opportunity for the United States to pick up with attendance. That's one. Two, I do love the fact that the United States is being talked about in a positive light, that the first Pope from the United States is Pope Leo, who is born and raised in Chicago. And the last thing, Ursula, I will say is this. I hope those aren't empty words. And what I mean by that is when he says we welcome everyone, and when he says God loves everyone, and when he says build bridges, and he talks about humanity, I really believe that there should be no yeah, but to that. There should be no, but it says right, no. Because if we really want to rack him and stack him, Jesus did love everyone. Everyone. So that's my thoughts.
It's interesting that, not only is it the first American Pope, but this is a name, Robert Prevost was a name that really did not come up until very recently, and he wasn't considered one of the front runners. So everyone was just thrown off guard. So we're all scrambling to find out, well, what do we know about him other than he's a cardinal from Chicago? He's 69 years old. Mm-hmm. So he is younger in terms of popes. Yeah. And so he has the potential of leading the Roman Catholic Church now for decades, really, if he stays healthy. The other thing is there was a big question as to whether the church was going to move toward more in the direction which was considered more inclusive of Pope Francis, or if it was going to return to stricter doctrinal enforcement. And one of the things that has been said about the Prevost is that he is representing, this is a quote, the dignified middle of the road. That is what Reverend Michelle Falcone, who is a priest in the Order of St. Augustine, said in the New York Times just recently. So what does that mean? Tries to embrace some of the what was in the old Catholic Church, but bridge it with some of the more progressive ideals. As you mentioned, the Catholic Church, the number of followers has dropped dramatically. And I mean, if you look at what's happening here in the Seattle area, parishes have had to combine because there just aren't enough priests.
Right. I want to say something because sometimes when progressive gets attached to some of the topics that we talk about, right? For years, it has been said that he does love everyone. That isn't new. That has been talked about, that he loves everyone, right? Everybody is to be welcome. God's children. There should be no progressive tag put on, so for example, if you have gotten a divorce, if you've been married and you've gotten a divorce, I promise you, if the saying is that they love everyone, they still love you. We can't pick and choose. So I don't know what's going to happen this day forward. I am celebrating the excitement along with everyone. So shocked that he's from the United States, Ursula, from Chicago. I'm excited about potentially attendance in the United States lifting up. But then we will see. We will see. And I hope that those words aren't empty about loving everyone. It's no progressive. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
You're not woke.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you on all that, and I think a lot of Catholics would feel the same way. But I think there are also many Catholics who are hanging on to the old way of thinking and what they have believed all their lives and what has been since history, and that's where we're at today.